this up. Okay, Battle Truth on YouTube. You are one of my official go-to sources. As you know, I'm still involved in battle rap behind the scenes.
What's going on, everybody, man? We back, man, in the trenches, man. We just had a crazy one. Bonnie Godiva and Coffee Brown just went down. First of all, y'all look amazing.
Thank you.
One of the things I want to say, shout out to Battle Truth. Me and him feel like this. Y'all keep it.
I love Battle Truth.
I already know,
Shout out
man.
Battle Truth.
Shout out Battle Truth. So listen.
Niggas don't want to shout this nigga out, but this is the funny blogger, maybe in life. Salute the Battle Truth, man. I don't give a fuck what nobody say. This nigga is one of the funniest niggas on the face of the earth.
No, hold on. We got he's the man. I fuck with him.
Battle Truth? Yeah, nah.
I think he's dope.
You know, it's crazy. I just started watching him. Like, I just started watching like the last 6 months, but I'm like, yo, he know what he's talking about. You know what I mean? Like, he's funny.
He does know what he's talking about.
And and we kind of need that.
I just feel that he goes out the window with certain things that may not be true, and I just want him to.
I think he does it on purpose, though.
You think so? Well, if he does that, he's a genius.
He does it on purpose. He does it on purpose because it sparks the conversation. Yo, you heard what this nigga said?
Because it don't stop me from watching though.
Nah, because he's never gonna jump out the window and say some shit that you be like, what? You know what I mean? Because he gets his info, whoever his sources are. Because I don't see him at battles. I don't know if he goes to battles. So he gets sources somewhere.
That nigga's a legend, man. He don't need to go to battles. He's just a legend.
I don't even know where he lives. Where does he live?
I don't know, man. I don't know. I think Milwaukee.
Nah. But
he's hilarious. Battle Truth.
He's wild hilarious. He's also got his own thing. You feel what I'm saying?
He's mad funny.
You know what I mean? So
but
like
with him though, another thing with him, like, and I'm not talking bad about him. I respect him. I like him. I watch his channel. I watch
like
him.
a judge and shit.
Yeah, I go to his channel. I can say myself before I go to anything else.
You go to Battle Truth first?
I go to Battle Truth first. I'm being honest.
That's crazy.
I want to see what he talk about, how he's saying it.
And you should too. Welcome to Battle Truth and my point of view. I don't know you, so I'm not a hater. I could only give you the facts that's written on these papers. And since we have no dealings, therefore the court can care less about your feelings. I'm the Honorable MallikiBaker, your presiding judge, chairman and spokesperson for the One United Front. You are my witnesses and jury. You may be seated. Court is now in session. Let's talk about it. Okay, man. I'm starting to get tired of so many of these people with these false flagging, false alarms, shaming real women who actually go through sexual abuse and rape. I'm for real, man. This stuff is starting to get out of hand. People need to be really prosecuted for lying on people and not crying out when you're an adult at a proper time. You should call out when you're in a place of safety, when you're in a place of truth, and when a person literally took something from you against your will. I'm so tired of these people waiting 30, 40 years, 20 years later, full grown. Now you finding out people getting checks and money schemes and all this, and you're like, hey, guess what? I was raped one day. He touched me too. I'm so tired of that trash, man. And it's starting to be an epidemic and a trend behind this mess. 50 Cent baby mother was asked the question. You can just see straight through the stuff. Let's just break her down right quick, man. So let's listen to what was asked on Say That TV. Hold on. I forgot who actually did this because it's a lot of stuff. But Say That TV had it, and check this out.
Somebody wants to know in the chat, did he, because you put up the post on your story about Daphne saying that he sexually abused her.
Yeah.
Did you ever experience anything like that? Or was it just basically physical stuff or fighting and back and forth?
No, I have experienced sexual abuse, but yes. Which, when it sounds odd.
Why are you smiling? Why are you smiling when they asked you, have 50 ever sexually abused you? Why is she smiling right here? You see what I mean? Just certain things you can just peep game. But watch this. Watch her reason and definition of what she mean by 50 been sexually abusing her when they were used to be together. Listen to her reason why.
Odd for women because it's like it was no Me Too movement. You know, from our culture is like, how could your boyfriend rape you or sexually assault you? Because no means no. No, no means no.
Okay, look at what she's saying. Read between the lines. She said, people would say, how could your boyfriend or somebody you with, how could they rape you or abuse you? Her answer is no means no. No means no. Let's listen to some more.
I don't care if you get a girl butt naked and she says no, that means no. So yes, I have. And I don't know within me, I don't know if it's this Black girl strength that for some reason it's easier to talk about that, the physical part of the abuse. That's easier for some reason than to talk about the sexual. I don't know why.
Okay. Now, we already know the money running low. We already know the checks ain't coming in like that. So notice what she said. So a person asked the question because of the Diddy thing going on with his other baby mama being in the paperwork and being one of Diddy's sex workers. So the question was asked her, have 50 ever sexually abused you? She says yes. Smiley. In a humorous way. Then she says, even if you get a girl butt naked, no means no. Right. No means no. You was asked, was you physically abused? Now, let's address something. I hate how fake social media can be. And I know that a lot of people be trying to be sensitive to a lot of things on purpose just to get the clicks and views. No, we're going to address the truth. So you're in a relationship with somebody and you want to have sex with your woman or your man. They're not in the mood or they don't feel like it. So we know sometimes you can still be very adamant on wanting to have sex because you probably just horny at the and craving it, and you probably just that much in love with them that you like having sex with them that you just don't accept them saying no like that. How many times we done been in relationship with a woman and she laying in the bed looking good, smelling good, nice, and she look nice to you, however, it's your woman. Y'all laying in the bed together, so you know skin touching skin, and you go over there to try to get some, and she say no, and you don't just accept her saying no. You be like, come on, babe. Then she like, no, I don't feel like it. You're like, come on, man. You know, just let me just put the head in, or I'm gonna be quick, or come on, I'm gonna look out for you. I'm gonna give you some money for shopping tomorrow. You know the things we do. Am I sexually abusing her? And she decides to give in and say, okay, go ahead. Even though she don't feel like doing it, am I raping her? Same thing when she wanted from me and she's grabbing at my crotch. And I'm like, girl, gone. And she like, no, come on, stop playing now, babe. Like, no, I'm doing something right now. I don't feel like it. And she's steady grabbing at it and it won't. Is she raping me? Is she sexually abusing me? And then even though I don't feel like it, I say, okay, come on, man. Let's just go and get this over with. Because I know she wanted. Did she just rape me? Did she just sexually abuse me? Like, come on with these games, man. I hate how fake this stuff is becoming. When we see that this is what happens in any relationship when you've been with somebody. That's going to happen. It's going to be times that you want sex that she don't, and you're not going to just accept her saying no to the point that you're going to stop trying to get it. Now, there's a difference when she's saying no and you forcing her down. Be like, no, you're going to take this. You're going to give me some and you jam it in her. No. That's wrong. That's sexually abuse. But that's not what you're saying. That's not what you're saying. If that's the case, we all guilty. We all been sexually abusing each other if that's the case. Because there were many times I didn't want to have sex with my girl and gave it to her. When I told her no, I didn't want to do it. And then she was so adamant about doing it and wouldn't just accept my no that I gave it to her just to get it over with. She didn't rape me though, and she didn't physically abuse me. Like I can't stand how fake these people is. But everything is for a check. And for the sake of social media. When people can't even be realistic to life. When people can't even be realistic to life. Yes, no means no. We get that. But let's just be honest. How many times you were told no, but you still kept asking? How many? You ain't never kept asking when somebody told you no? You just accepted it like that? Like, okay, cool. Get the hell out of here. Guys be begging. We be begging for sex. What do it mean to beg? If I'm begging, that means I'm being told no. If I'm begging, I'm being told no. If you begging, you being told no. But is you raping and sexually abusing somebody? Because they saying no when you want it right now and they don't want it right now, but y'all together. And when they give in because you persuaded them, or they just like, she ain't gonna stop, so I might well give it to her, or he gonna keep going, or you just think that you just being so petty at this moment because you may be feeling some type of way, or you want some type of advantage that you're using it as a weapon. Let's just be honest and put it all out there. Do not we use sex as a weapon? Hold on, let's see what the word of God said. Let's see what the word of God said about this. Okay, so this is what the word of God said pertaining to situations like this. 1 Corinthians chapter 7, verse 1 through 5. Now, in response to matters you wrote about, it is good for a man not to have sexual relations with a woman. That's speaking of fornication. Watch this. But because sexual immorality is so common, each man should have his own relations with his own wife, and each woman should have sexual relations with her own husband. Watch this. A husband should fulfill his marital duty to his wife, and likewise a wife to her husband. The wife does not have the right over her own body, but her husband does. And in the same way, a husband does not have right over his own body, but his wife does. So his wife has the right to his body, and the husband have the right to her body. Look what he say right here. Do not deprive one another of sex, except when you agree for a time to devote yourselves to prayer, then come together again. Otherwise, Satan may tempt you because of your lack of self-control. So you see how clear that is? That's clear. That every woman should have her own husband and every husband should have his own wife. This is legal sex in the kingdom of heaven, where you're not just fornicating with each other. Everybody just abusing their body and just giving it to any Tom, Dick, and Harry, okay? Or any Jane Doe. Now, with that being said, also, he says, in this, y'all have rights to one another as husbands and wives. That the wife body belongs to her husband, and the husband body belongs to his wife. And you should not deprive one another of sex. Why would this be written? Because it's obvious that these things was actually happening where people was using sex as a weapon in marriages, relationships, by which you deprive one another, allowing Satan to have the advantage to get you to do what? Fornicate and commit adultery. So it happens. We're not going to play these games. But again, but people also be sexually abused when a person saying no and they force and take it. That's rape. That's rape. But you have been in situations where when you wanted it, and when you wanted it, she probably didn't feel like it at that moment and told you no. You didn't just accept that because you still wanted to get off. When he told you no, at times you didn't just accept that because you wanted to get off. And you try to bargain with one another, and you try to sympathize, and you try to pout. However, that's where we get that word begging. We're not going to play these games. But she not saying that. She not saying that. She not saying that he forced himself on her or he made her have sex with him. She wasn't saying that. See, she playing some dangerous, wicked, deceiving, tricking games just to try to hurt this man's credibility, just to try to make a story for herself so everybody could want it, so she could do this campaign on all type of broadcasting to put $1 on it because the well running dry. We're not going to play these games. And you don't know how to be a stand-up woman to actually support your children's father, but you'd rather blast him in front of everybody to try to shame, hate, and deceive because you feel some type of way that you ain't the woman in position that you once was. And that be the problem a lot. Trying to act sophisticated and mature, and you're not being sophisticated and mature. Because you could easily reach out to your baby daddy. Especially when you say, he used to be in love with me, crazy about me, said he loved me more than the kids. But what's stopping you from humbling yourself if you knew he had that type of love like that at one time for you to make things right with him? For you to say, you know what? This ain't cool. Like, what is wrong with that? That's too much of being real, ain't it? Why do they want everything so hard? And then you try to shame him, but then you go with a guy who less than him, less of a man than him. Like, come on, like, what's going on here? I don't be getting that stuff. That stuff be terrible to me. And there's so many people that do that stuff. And there's so many people that go out of their way for that mess. So thirsty, so vindictive. Can't stand to see somebody shining and having something. But yet, you're not using your gift and talent to make a way where you can have it. You're so busy looking at what the next person got, you get to hating and plotting on that. And let me tell y'all, when you're on this social media, it's going to happen. People be waiting for you to blow up so that they could actually benefit from your wealth and your struggle and your hustling. They're going to do it. When you become a public personality, you better be careful how you live because your life is definitely going to be broadcasted. You better be careful what the company you keep because people will betray you. You better be careful of who you choose to give your body to because they're definitely going to try to expose you later on. You better make sure you doing things the right way, like you running for the president, because everything you do gonna be under a microscope, and everything you use and everything you said and everything you text, you don't know who recording you. People will use it for their benefit to have it against you later on in life. Make no mistake about it. Same people who claiming to love you, same people who claiming to be by your side. Give it some time. Them be the same ones betraying you later on. People terrible. Terrible. If you know your damn baby daddy got all that clout and all that power like that, hell, you should have been making sure you in a position to win. You got that man's seed. You got his first seed. Get up out of here. Sitting up there when they was asking her about Did he burn the house down? She being deceiving, talking about, yeah, she believed he burned it down. But she said, but he said that a man was living there. She said, wasn't no man living there, only I was living there. She got the name of the whole damn family. I was living there, my mama was living there, my sister was living there, her man was living there, her daughter was living there. It's like, damn. That sounds like the damn Dr. Seuss. There wasn't no lady that lived in the shoe, had so many kids she didn't know what to do. Hell, I was in the damn basement. You didn't tell that part. Tell that part how we be shooting dice in 50 basement before he burned it to the damn ground. Tell that part. Yeah, she ain't tell that part though. Why she talking about wasn't nobody else living in the house, so he burnt it up for no reason because he was under the impression a man was living there. Didn't have to be living there. He knew a man was having sex in there. How about that? I bought the house. You having sex with other niggas up in the crib talking about, but wasn't no man living there. He didn't have to. Look, let me tell you something. After 1 o'clock, you spent the night. Okay? Look, after 1 o'clock, you spent the night. Hell, some would say after 12 a.m. That's another day. Okay? So hell, he was living there. Talking about. Well, he came over at 2. He left before 7. He spent the night. That's called spending the night. Hell. She talking about hell. Then y'all don't want to get out. You don't want to get out. You trying to live on my dollar. Talking about you don't want nothing to do with me, but you want to stay in my house. And then you want to add on the insult by allowing niggas you having sex with to come spend a night in my house. You telling them it's 50 house. You using my name to get niggas to have sex with you. Like, yeah, I'm 50, baby mama. You know they do that type of stuff. They don't say who they are. They don't just use their regular names. Like, yeah, my name is Angie. My name Tasha. They want to use my name. Like, yeah, I'm 50, baby mama. I'm 50, girlfriend. I'm what? Stop using my name to get niggas to knock you down. Hell, what's wrong with these people? It's terrible. Hell, get out of my damn house. Hell, you look that good. You got it going on that good. Okay, go to your mama and them house. Hell, trying to stay in my house and still talk crazy. Trying to stay in my house and say we through. Trying to stay in my house and got niggas you dealing with coming over. Talking about my boyfriend didn't live there. He sure was in there. I don't even want him in here. Go to his house. Hell. Using my name to get niggas to knock you down. Man, these people is crazy. Girl, please, get up out of here. Then you trying to use my son against me because you ain't in the wheel. So you trying to knock him out the wheel. Man, please, these people terrible, man. It is what it is. It's your boy Battle Truth. Make my judgment, that's some question. It's yours.